your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist here at the beginning of a new year. And I'm curious, how do you like to get your year started? Do you like to go into the year full of vim and vigor and full of plans and running straight out of the gate? Or are you more of a slow and steady wins the race kind of person? You've got your big goals set for the year, and then you know how you're going to work them through this quarter, what that means you need to accomplish this month, what you need to accomplish this week. That was how I kicked off my business planning for the year. And you may be surprised to find that the way you plan a business is very similar to successfully planning your health for the year. You're like, Dawn, I don't know about that. Tell me more. Well, if your goal for this year, let's say, for example, is to run a 5K in the fall, right? So you're probably not going to get up tomorrow morning, put on your pair of running shoes, and go run a 5K. That would be silly. I think everybody understands that, right? If you're not already running a 5K, right? What you might do is say, okay, well, this 5K is in September. I have about 9 months between now and then in order to be able to train to hit the time that I want to hit during that race. And let's say it's 30 minutes for sake of example, and you're not running at all yet. So the first goal you need to work on to break it down is to just be able to complete a 5K, and then you work on hitting your time, right? I'm not a dedicated runner anymore, so you runners out there, forgive me if I'm, not following along the plan and the path that you might normally do, right? But this is about breaking down any goal, right? And so, all right, what am I going to do in order to get to run a 5K? Well, if it was me, maybe I might focus on walking running intervals. Just see where I am. Take an assessment of where I am today, how far I can run, and can I get to a 5K distance with running walking intervals? And if not, then I'm going to start wherever I am. I'm going to gradually increase the distance, and then I'm going to gradually increase the amount of time that I'm running as opposed to running walking intervals. And those are the kinds of things that I want you to take a moment and ponder for this year. And think about what are the health goals that you want to work on this year. I know for me, I continue to work on my strength and building up my strength. Why? Because that takes some of the stress off my joints because I will have strong muscles surrounding them. Why is that important for me? Well, you may or may not know that I have two hip replacements. Both of them are total hip replacements, and one of my knees is a total replacement as well. And so I am determined to not have to do another replacement in any of those joints, and hopefully not in any others either. So I focus on keeping my strength up so that I'm putting less stress and strain on the joints that I've got. So that's a focus that I'm working on. Along with that, I love to travel. And so being able to do lots and lots and lots of walking while I'm traveling, that's an important thing for me as well. I am heading to New York next week. We're going to go see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden. We're doing a food tour while we're there through Greenwich Village. So there's all of these things that it's really important for me to be able to do easily, comfortably, without any aches and pains the next day. And then at the end of this month, I'm going to be spending 10 days in Japan, and there will be food tours, and there will be shopping tours, and there will be sightseeing tours, and there will be lots of walking. And again, super important for me to be able to do all that and enjoy it. Now, there's a lot of self care that factors into that as well. I use a variety of recovery and self care tools for my feet and for stretching and for my fascia and my muscles so that everything keeps working well. So, I'd love to know from you what are some of the goals that you are working on this year? how you're going to break them down. If you need help, tag me in the comments. I'm happy to help you break them down into step by step pieces that you can work on. And I am ready and kicking off workplace wellness groups starting in Q1 of this year. And so if you think that it might be fun to focus on wellness goals with accountability partners and the community you've already got in your workplace, tag me in the comments down below, reach out to me in a direct message, and we can talk about what that might look like for you and your company. Tons of fun, and you get tons better results, multiplicative effect of results because you're doing this with people that you see all the time and you already know. It's not like jumping into a group with strangers, right? Makes a big difference. So, as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up the things that bring you joy. And until next week, ciao.